Good morning, and back at Petit Airfield after our 10, 11, 12 day long Namibia trip. This video is going to be going out before the Namibia trip, and today's plan is to do a bit of formation flying with the newest sponsor on the channel, Vektor Aviation. They have got a Cessna 210 that I think they keep at Johannesburg, but we're going to meet at Hartebeespoort Dam, which is about half an hour from here, maybe 40 minutes from here in my plan. And yeah, do a little bit of formation flying. I do hear that there is a airline training captain joining us, so it'll be good to hear his insights on formation. But I thought it was an absolutely perfect way to kick off the relationship with Vektor Aviation, which is a fairly new insurance company here in South Africa. They took over all the PSG contracts. I believe PSG no longer wanted to be involved with aviation insurance, but yeah, Vektor is now the new sponsor, and yeah, they sort out all the aviation insurance from ag planes to planes like mine to corporate jets. I think they do the full scope of things. So we'll be meeting with the CEO this morning, Reon, and doing a little bit of formation flying in the Hartebeespoort Dam.
I want a 50s kind of love. I want a heart that isn't so messed up. I want the pure stuff that I once dreamed of.
Airborne on a Petit, routing through Vektor airspace, which is military airspace here in Johannesburg. So we're going to be controlled for a little bit. Normally they clear us through there at about 6.5. If there's other traffic, they may put us to 6,000. So let's see what they have to say. There is a bit of fog around, so hopefully it's not IMC out there. Hopefully they do allow us through. If not, we're going to have to go north of Johannesburg and track through that way, which is not a problem. We're full of fuel. Yeah, I think we're going to have a fun morning, doing some formation flying, and good to be back in the aeroplane again, even though we have been in the aeroplane for quite some time over the last 2 weeks. I think we've done about 40 hours. This will be like 42. Now we are really flying hard recently.
I want a 50s kind of love. Movie line says simply enough. No real sense.
Tower, good morning from Zulu Uniform, India Delta Hotel.
Zulu Uniform, just have to comment.
India Delta Hotel, so we are airborne out of Petit, time 0457 Zulu. 6,500 feet, just approximately 1 mile to the western side of the bus center. Request routing through your airspace from east to west for a flight to the Coves at the Hartebeespoort Dam. 2 on board and 3 hours endurance.
6,500. QNH 1033 to report Forest Hill Mall.
Okay, cleared inbound 6,500 feet, QNH 1033 will report Forest Hill Mall, India Delta Hotel.
Nasty real love. I want a 50s kind of love.
Lots of haze around. That's what happens in Joburg during the winter though. We have very cold evenings and quite relatively warm days in terms of winter days.
You don't need this now, I'm going to just say that to you then.
Like 25 during the day, and then what would you say, probably -2 at night?
Yeah, in some of the more open areas.
Yeah.
It certainly hasn't been that cold this year,
No.
as opposed to last year, but there's always that sneaky cold snap.
Yep.
That comes out of nowhere here in Joburg.
When
So
the front comes in.
and then it is absolutely bitterly cold to the point where you want to move out of this place, go live in the desert.
It's even colder there at night.
Even though it's cold.
Sierra Delta Hotel 125.8.
158, thanks so much for your help, India Delta Hotel.
That no good, nasty real love. I want a 50s kind of love.
We have arrived at the Coves. The Cessna 2010 is here. 2010. The Cessna 210 is here. Podge, I love how you remembered the registration. That's how much you like 210s. But we're ready to go. We're just waiting for the fog and the mist and haze to sort of clear off a little bit, and then we'll be doing some formation flying. We're going to do a quick briefing here as well. Reon from Vektor has brought his instructor along, so it's going to be a proper thorough briefing, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about formation flying and all that type of stuff. But yeah, we've arrived at the Coves, not a breath of wind, beautiful weather apart from the haze, but I'm sure that's going to burn off any time now. Okay, so Travis is going to be doing video. I would assume you're doing photos.
Normal
right?
photos, yeah.
So I think if we start, I don't know how you want to do it. Do you want to go in the 210
Yeah, let me go in the
first,
210.
or?
You can go then in the Safari.
Yeah.
Alright. I also do some stills as well. Okay. And then once we're all happy, then we can return, quickly do a swap-a-rooney because we also want to get some nice video footage of your plane. Okay. And then that's pretty much all she wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got straight down the barrel. Yeah.
From the formation aspect, do you have any info, Roy? I mean, I've done quite a lot of formation stuff, no formal training or anything like that, but we have done tons of formation stuff. So
okay. Well, what do you want to capture first of all, and let's work it backwards from there.
Yeah. So I think what we'll do first then is Travis will jump in the 210. He's gonna video film. Are you gonna be in the back seat? I would presume.
Yeah, back seat. Yeah. And then obviously, what would be nice if this is the 210 is just get a bit of displacement like that, because you don't want to be too close because then you lose the plane. So at least maybe 20-30 meters initially, and you can slowly come in and tighten it up. That's usually what we do, is we kind of come in, we hover, and then we go out again. Okay. And then we would just reverse that process then.
So for me, if you can be on the right side, it's easier for me to fly on the 210's right wing. Okay. We can change around a little bit, but I'll be more distant on the left wing than I am on the right wing, just because I'm looking across the cockpit.
Okay. And we'll use 80 knots as our threshold speed?
Yeah,
that's good for you, good for us.
Perfect, yeah. I think if we're going to make turns, let's make them right-hand turns, so you can stay on the outside of the turn a little bit faster. I'm happy with going, as slow as 45 knots, so I'm okay. So I'll stay on the inside if we're on the right wing. If we do change over to the left wing, I think just keep in communication, because then obviously we would need to then make left turns. You on the outside, me on the inside.
Do we?
Well, we got two pilots, so we'll do the radio work.
Yeah.
On 1258, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If it does get busy, what I can do is I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the backup and then monitor both. I don't think it's going to get busy because it's quite hazy right now. But yeah, let's just see what happens. If we need to go over, then we'll
go down busy if we need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll run special rules and we just talk on numbers.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. And I think the routing, should we track along the south side of the dam and then work our way back along the north? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we do work our way back along the north, if I'm on the right side, then we'll have the mountain in the background and all that sort of stuff,
Anti-clockwise.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, time to get flying, get in the plane and do some formation shots. I get so excited with formation flying. We've had a proper good briefing. Everyone knows what we're doing. We've got the comms, we've got which wing will be flying where, who's flying lead, who's flying the follow. And yeah, excited actually. First flight we're going to be doing, first formation flight I'm going to be doing with a Cessna 210, the Vektor Aviation Cessna 210, so it should be pretty fun.
This is actually quite a lekker view, eh? Yeah, incredible. So cool. See so much out of this plane, especially if you're flying slow. If we fly slow enough, I can get this down to 55 knots, open the door, and just... Oh my word, that must be awesome.
Oh, I've been working 9 to 5 just to survive, and I won't keep quiet till someone brings me back to life. All night, just pretend that everything's alright. Alright, everybody's playing along. All night
long. Do you guys need anything else?
I think we're pretty good for here. Is Travis good there?
Yeah, Travis is happy.
Okay, we can, I'll make an orbit here, I'll go straight in runway 18.
Cool, we'll reposition behind you.
Every day the same mistake.
Okay, so we are joined by Reon Wiese. Wiese? Or Wiese? Wiese. Wiese?
Yeah.
Sorry, my Afrikaans is not great.
We'll get it there.
So we're joined by Reon Wiese, which is the CEO of Vektor Aviation. Okay, rolling. Now we can shut off. We get up there and airborne. Wow. Reduce the flaps, build the speed to 60, and she goes.
I can't believe the tail picked up quickly.
Yeah, it'll pick up from when we're standing still. It's crazy. There's 1,200 feet a minute at 55 knots. First time Reon is in a KFA plane. It was cool. I think he's been desperate to get in one for the last, I don't know how long.
Yeah, it's probably been about 5 or 6 years that I've threatened to fly in one. Yeah, so it's a wonderful privilege to finally be in one.
Yeah.
I recently visited Petit about a month ago and umming and ahhing, but yeah, now I finally got the opportunity.
Yeah. Now you'll love, it's more of a toy than your aeroplane. Your aeroplane, I suppose you can throw around and get from A to B really quick, whereas this one's a little bit slower, but still lots and lots of fun.
It's also nice to see the bush flying community in South Africa. It's really picking up nicely.
For sure, yeah. I'm sure you're insuring a lot of aircraft like this now.
Yeah, we do actually quite a lot of them, and it's just unbelievable to see the amount of tech that guys are now pushing into these aircraft and how expensive they've got.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, your hourly cost is a lot lower than
a certified airplane,
yeah,
for sure. So maintenance is a lot less on this. The fuel often is a lot less. This one's a little bit more thirsty than the rest of them. But yeah, it's been awesome flying with you guys, and thank you so much for having us on board with Vektor Aviation. We are enjoying having you guys on board, and now we've got a whole bunch of videos that we've done in Namibia. This one will probably come first, and then we'll do the whole Namibia thing. So yeah, it's been super exciting, and yeah, we're glad to have Vektor on board with the YouTube channel.
It's a great opportunity for us to be involved in this. We're big supporters of grassroots aviation. We try to support a lot of the smaller flying, bigger flying, just to be on the ground. I was an aviator first before I got involved in the business side of aviation.
Yep.
And now I get to live my dream. I can live my passion and be involved in the sector and make a little bit of money out of it, hopefully.
Yeah. Which can pay for all the fun flying like this that we do.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I just saw the channel. It was exciting for me. I've been a follower of the channel almost since day one, and I just thought it's a great way to collaborate.
Yeah, for sure.
Like-minded people.
And that's what I was just about to say. It's so nice to see a forward-thinking company, you know, exploring the social media side of the world and getting in touch with guys who fly airplanes like this. It's not necessarily looking for. I mean, sure, it's great for business to have the private jets and the corporate jets and all that sort of stuff. But it's good that you're looking at us as well, and it's nice to have that sort of support.
You have to. Our other line of business was also built from the foundation up, and that's your bread and butter business. We're relationship based. This is what it's all about for me. Getting to know you guys better, understanding your flying, understanding the machine. It helps me to transfer the message to the insurance companies to try and motivate better rates,
yes, exactly.
Better terms and conditions. So that's why I like to be hands-on on the ground with the client.
Yeah, and that's amazing. We're so glad that you guys are doing stuff like that for us. And I'm sure it's going to be a good relationship going forward.
Definitely.
And yeah, lots of videos to come. And all thank you to Vektor Aviation.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for getting us on board.
What a way to start a relationship with Vektor Aviation. Cool little video that we filmed today. It's probably not the longest video around, but awesome nonetheless. And I'm sure we got some really good footage, really good photos, and big thank you to Vektor Aviation for sponsoring the channel. And
I was present.